What's up, people? I want to talk about something real quick. Black fatigue. Yeah, I've been seeing this word thrown around. It's a new buzzword, black fatigue. Especially all these things that's going on. You know, you got the racist Karen throwing the N-word around. And then we got the Austin McCaff and Carmelo Anthony situation. And whatever other situation that's going on that might be race-related or everybody wants to take race, whatever the case is. But, you know, a lot of my white counterparts love throwing this word around, black fatigue, black fatigue, black fatigue. You know, it's like they're tired of black people. Number one, they got the word, they got it mixed up. When white people use the word or the term black fatigue, it's really them not holding accountability or them not wanting to hear about black people's problems. That's really what it is, them just running away from it. That's not really what it is. Black fatigue is the stresses and the things that go on in a black person's life on the day-to-day. That is really what black fatigue is. The fatigue of being a black person in America or in a certain place. That's what black fatigue is. White fatigue is really white people not wanting to be accountable, or white people tired of hearing about black people's problems, race issues, this and that, da-da-da-da-da. That's white fatigue. So when white people say, I got black fatigue, that's just really them saying, I'm tired of hearing about black people's problems. Now, that can be understandable. You know, black people may be acting wild at times and things that sort. Sometimes I don't like black people. Well, certain type of black people. And we all know who we talking about. But that's not just us. I believe all races, all cultures, all types of people have certain people in their cultures or whatever the case may be that they may not necessarily like. Okay? So when white people or other people have this thing about black people that, you know, they're tired of us, it's only a small portion of black people that they really are tired of. But yet they want to categorize all black people. You know, so it's easier for them to put us all in a box. So like Carmelo Anthony, it's easier for them to put him in a box of being a thug just because he was defending himself. We'll get onto that in another time. But that's what it basically comes down to. So now we have a lot of white people. I'm just keeping it straight. I'm not racist or anything else. I'm just keeping it straight. I'm not calling you out of your name. It's just whatever case. So we have a lot of white people who donated to that Shiloh lady in Minnesota who called the little autistic kid, the N-word because he was rumbling around through her purse. He was autistic. He was just being autistic. He doesn't have his general senses of what he's really doing. He's exploring in his head. He's not being a thief in his head. So she used that as the general guidelines to call him the N-word. She just had that in her, you know, that's who she is, a racist. And now everybody, well, a lot of people who donated have this sense about themselves, number one, as revenge or payback for everybody donating to Carmelo Anthony. And now the other people are using this as a sense of black fatigue, as they call it, because they're tired of black people. So they want to use this as a coping mechanism or as a way to make themselves feel better. Really, this is just how they feel. But let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question. We're talking about black fatigue and white fatigue and all this. To be completely honest with you, if white people gonna say they have white fatigue and all this, black fatigue, I'm tired of white privilege fatigue. Yeah, white privilege fatigue. I'm just keeping it real. That's a new one I just made up, white privilege fatigue. That's what I'm tired of. Where the most privileged people on this earth, if you are a white person in America, you are one of the most privileged people on this earth, if not the most privileged person on this earth. Whether you deserve it or not, that's neither here nor there. And the reason why I say whether you deserve it or not is how you acquired that privilege is what I'm speaking on. You know, being a black man in America, you get to see the other side of white privilege. You're on the butt end of the paradigm, I should say. White privilege is over here. Being a black male, you're getting the shit end of the stick. When it comes to jobs, resources, environments, whatever the case may be, you're getting the shit end of the stick when it comes to white privilege. And what do I mean? Somebody calls the police. They're automatically going to assume that the black guy did it, and the white guy gets off scot-free mentally at first, right? White privilege. So being a black male, I'm tired of getting the shit end of the stick, in almost every situation that I come in. Well, in America, I should say. That should be, in my thought or my processes, white privilege fatigue. I'm tired of the white people having the privilege and they abuse it. They don't realize it. They don't appreciate it. And piggybacking off of me saying they don't appreciate it is because when things like race relations or things like Carmelo Anthony or Shiloh Hendrix, whatever the case may be, they're up in arms at black people screaming that we're tired. They're up in arms that black people are continuously being disenfranchised and going through struggles and all this. And we continuously say, hey, we're tired of this. We keep getting the shit into the stick. You keep beating us. Police keep killing us. All this, we don't have enough resources. Our neighborhoods are shit. Politicians continuously lie to us and just take money out of our neighborhoods and then, whatever the case may be. And then here comes white people coming along and say, we're tired of hearing it. You're tired of hearing us being, struggling? You're tired of us continuously crying? That's what you're tired of? You're tired of us saying how we've been disenfranchised? That's what you're tired of. And that's why I'm saying I am tired of white privilege fatigue. This is the other side of white privilege fatigue, of me being tired of it. If you're so tired of it, why don't you help? Oh no, I forgot. You're so comfortable with the privilege that you have that you don't want to help. That's like the homeless guy needing help on the side of the road. And you just look at him in disgust. And you say something off brand to him, as if he's not already struggling. So this is just really to open up the eyes. Number one, to see how privileged certain people are in America. Number one, me being America, I'm already privileged. But I'm just speaking, really just keeping it real. What's really going on? So, number one, well, I've already said number one, so this is probably number two, number three, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean when I say number one. The next topic or next bullet point. If a certain people continuously say, hey, we're tired, we're this, we're that, why not help? And you have it in your power to. You just don't care. And to me, that's the craziest thing, is that if you're privileged and you don't care, why say anything? Why show this extra? Why go out of your way to announce that you are tired? That just goes to show how you really feel about certain people. If you're privileged and you go out of your way, like I said, if you're privileged and you go out of your way to make a comment about the homeless man standing on the corner, yet you're privileged, you drive a nice car, live in a nice home, that means that you really feel some type of way about that homeless man. Your subconscious, who you really are, you really feel some type of way about that homeless man. And it's the same way about white people who come out and say they have black fatigue. If you're so privileged and what we do really doesn't affect you, but you're tired of hearing of it, you're tired of seeing it, you're tired of all this, right? That just means you just really just don't like black people. And you just really don't want us here. And you mad that we out of slavery. And you really just mad that you don't get to live like Pawpaw and them who had us working in the field. You mad you just don't get to have that luxury. That's what it really is. I bet that's a big part of it. It's rooted deep down in the subconscious. That your people had it really, really good, and now you got to work. And you got to mingle with us. And now you got to fight for jobs with us. And now you get to see that the government don't care if you white, black, Hispanic, Asian. It's all about rich or poor. And now you stuck with us. So, white fatigue, black fatigue, this fatigue, that fatigue. I know me, I'm tired. I'm tired of being a black man in America and always getting looked at as being, whatever the case may be, whatever stereotype you want to put on, if that's negative, I'm tired of it. And number two, I'm tired of white people not realizing that you're really privileged and you could help if you really care. And if you don't care, just shut up. I'm not racist. This is not to be some racial big thing. It's just really to tell the truth about how I see things. If you feel some type of way, if you feel I'm right, if you feel I'm wrong, you want to come against me, you want to, whatever case may be, white, black, Asian, I don't care. I'm open. I love everybody. But sometimes you got to keep it real. Sometimes you got to say how you feel. I'm not going to dance around it and act like it ain't no issue. Ooh, I am. I'm an American. We all Americans. And if we want America to thrive, we got to get through this because we ain't never been through this in America. So, like I said, let me know how you feel. This is your favorite cousin, Rich. Y'all be safe. I greatly do appreciate y'all for watching. Love and blessings.